Hey, hold on real quick. Hold on. Pause.
Don't at me. Number 40. It's a
40 piece.
long way.
Somebody's blocking this hoe.
Milestone, man.
It is a milestone. We were just offline bitching about the technology, bitching about how there's always a delay. And I'm just going to continue to bitch about it. We need this fucking virus to go away so that we can do this shit in person.
Yeah.
And hey, mask on, mask off. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can pull up. I'll pull up on y'all from now on, nigga. Like, fuck this Zoom shit. Got the faster car, Zoom.
What's up, Gerry?
Y'all good though? What's up, Gerry? Yeah, Gerry in the fucking house. Like, what's up, nigga? Big ass, white ass iPhone, earphones.
Gerry looks like he's being proctored for an exam.
I'm ready.
He's ready. Gerry always has like the most eloquent takes. They're just kind of like stored up and saved. And he'll just package them up and put them in the closet. Like, no one will ever hear this good take.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah, and I like to just figure out how the room's feeling and kind of bounce off it. You know what I mean?
I hear you, man. I hear you.
Talking to his fucking R&B late night.
Yeah, sexy voice.
Gerry needs to be on like late night
fucking
local rap
Quiet Storm.
Quiet Storm.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hell no.
What's going on, y'all? Next up, we got the jams.
Next up, we got the new Pop Smoke.
That would be fire.
The sounds and shit.
Yeah.
She want the woo.
So, hey, we talked about this last week. Jock, good call on bringing it up because it was pretty topical. We were talking about Jada and Will. We were talking about how Jada confirmed the entanglement. You've seen nonstop memes coming out about that shit since.
Man, honestly, you can tell Will is hurt, man. Like, I don't know if y'all saw the table talk and just how he was looking and how he was like, I was never supposed to talk to you again, like, ever. Like, this is a miracle I'm talking to you right now. I'm like, damn, So you can tell
I was just going to pull up the video and it said Facebook blocked it from YouTube. So definitely would block it from us showing it. So we'll just show the memes. But, yeah, continue.
Yeah, and the memes are crazy. But yeah, man, it's just wild that, like I was saying last episode or whatever, you have to be on the same page. You can't hook up with somebody if they're just not down for strictly what you're trying to do. Especially with Jada, she's already older, so she's been in the game for a little bit, so she know what it is. But, once again, August Alsina, he has mommy issues. I mean, clearly, if you heard the interview, you can tell, like, he hated his mom for a while. So I feel like Jada was a mom to him, so to speak. So that's why he kind of, like, loved her even more. She was there for him on his bedside when he was, like, really sick. She was there for him, like, in a lot of, through a lot of stuff. So definitely, man, it is crazy that Will.
Poor Will Smith, man.
Yeah, I know, man. So you can tell he's hurt. Like, look at him.
Man, okay, all right. First of all, I don't think he hurt. One, I think this is a fucking show that they're putting on. They have been down with this lifestyle. This is not news. Like it may be news to like a lot.
How about this though?
But it wasn't a lifestyle though. They weren't in marriage. They confirmed that too. Nothing's been open. They've been separated.
And nobody talks about this. The rumors of Will Smith and Margot Robbie. Nobody talks about that.
I'm pretty sure he clapped them cheeks. I'm pretty sure he did.
They were in that shitty movie Focus, and then that shitty movie Suicide Squad.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure he clapped Salma Hayek when he was in Wild Wild West. I'm pretty sure he clapped the fucking doctor lady in Men in Black. You know what I'm saying? Like,
weird,
Will Smith be clapping cheek. You know what I'm saying? Like, he be clapping cheeks, bro. And like Jada Pinkett Smith, she be getting her cheeks clapped. He
did look sad though. He looked beat up. He looked hurt.
Okay. First of all, I want to know why the fuck was this little like red table talk only like 13 minutes long? Like usually that should be like 2 or 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying, man. They playing y'all, man. Like you know what I'm saying?
How uncomfortable was the end?
Oh yeah,
mad uncomfortable.
High fives and bad boys. That's the thing. Will Smith has always brought the cheese though.
Yeah.
He's always gonna bring the cheese.
And Will Smith,
Yo,
man, he's a legend, bro. You know what I mean? Like, he did everything the right way. I feel even with rapping,
dude, the GOAT.
Yeah.
he never cussed. You know what I mean? None of his raps, and he's always just tried to be like somewhat positive. You know?
He's a good guy. We haven't been kind to him. I think it was episode 2 is Will Smith is lame. Episode 2 of Don't At Me. So
Yeah.
we haven't been very fair to him, but hey, we shout out Bad Boys 3 movie of the year, right? Probably with the way this year has
Shit
gone.
show.
How do
The
you feel
reason
about it?
I bring it up, don't at me. That's what we are by nature. We're gonna say what's on our mind. Don't at me.
Right.
What happens if the roles reverse? So let's say there's like an Augusta Alsina. It's like a young little R&B chick has an entanglement with Will Smith on the side. They do that red carpet video. What happens then? What are we talking about now? Like, what kind of outrage ensues if the tables turn and it's all of a sudden Will admitting to cheating, and all they wouldn't have memes of Jada Pinkett Smith crying, like looking all defeated and hurt. But
Yeah, they would.
equally, I think they would have, Will Smith over there with all the Future cut out, looking in the mirror shit. Like, nah, nobody would be celebrating that. He would have been vilified. Everybody's celebrating Jada Pinkett Smith. Why is that?
But then again, do we know the whole story? Like, the reason I'm saying that is because in the past, we heard, they're in an open relationship. Then we also hear like, the Will's hurt. So like, what is the truth?
Right.
We don't.
I don't know. I think it's pretty open. I think it's pretty open.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if it is open, then what if like my understanding is like maybe Will is was okay with it because he was letting nobody in the house. He was staying there, so I'm sure he knew that there was a possibility for that to happen. If you're not in an open relationship, you don't let some dude just cuff up in the house, taking pictures with the kids and all kind of stuff. So I don't know.
Here, let me get one of y'all.
Right. Here's the thing. So with the red table talk, basically from what I got from that, they weren't in an open relationship. They were like separated at that time because I don't know what happened, but they weren't together at that time. So they can do what the fuck they want to do. And also, like you said, Mike, with the whole Margot thing, yeah, he probably smashed her. So that's why he probably couldn't say shit with this August thing. He had to kind of just like be quiet and like whatever about it, And then secondly, they started like meeting. They met August because he was very sick. You know what I mean? He had the autoimmune disease. So like they befriended him to try to help him like get back healthy. So that's how it all started. And that's why he was like in the house and all that stuff because of that. They're trying to help him like, get healthy again.
Right. Now I remember the background. My thing is if you flip those roles, I feel like it's all the outrage. Like, oh, what a jerk, Will Smith, canceled, cancel culture.
He's a black man too, so that would have ate him up even more. You know what I mean? Because I feel like anytime like somebody black does shit, oh man, you see, all this shit. So yeah, I think it would have been worse personally.
Me, I don't know. I think they would have like told Will ass up. If it would have been him, you know what I'm saying? Like coming out because like that's just how they are on men. Period. But because you know what I'm saying. No, men. Period. It don't fucking matter. Men. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like I
disagree with that.
That's just what it is.
Yeah.
But but because like Jada, I don't know. Like me, I just think that they're kind of like this is just a way to open this shit up into like households, like the average fucking household. You know what I'm saying? Like to open up that type of conversation. Like I just think that's all it is, and they're just using them because they're them.
They are kind of like the prototypical like middle class. I feel like ideal family, like not that they're middle class, but I feel like the middle class family loves
middle of the road
Will Smith movies,
and not middle class, like middle of the road. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's the family like you kind of want to be. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like the guy that has it all, the woman that has it all. You know what I'm saying? Like they're both great They're both great at what they do. You know what I'm saying? Their kids are talented. You know what I'm saying? Like you're right, Mike. Yeah, it's that middle of the road, that family you like look up to. You know what I'm saying? And so like that's why I think that, because we all know this shit goes on in Hollywood, man. Like cheeks get clapped. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like whether you know you got a ring on it or not. You know, like that just happens. And like I said, the open marriage, open relationship rumors have been going on for like 20 years. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing.
Talked about
you
that
know what I'm
too.
saying? The August Alsina shit has been going on for like 3 or 4 years. You know, like this is I don't know. Like I don't know. News is so weird nowadays, man. Like,
Well, I'll say this, man. Will should already know what he got himself to, what he's getting himself to when he first met Jada, because, you know, her and Tupac were, like, really close.
Yeah.
I know they were saying, like, they're, like, brothers and sisters, but I believe they probably fucked, too, honestly. Like, I believe in my heart they messed around.
yeah, Pac clap, man. Hell yeah.
And it's to
Pac
that.
was the trillest.
So what I'm saying to that, like,
Temptations Herman. Hey, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, he knows
Give
that,
him the
like,
finger.
he knows that, like, he can't, like, really take Tupac's place. He even said that before, like, yeah, I can never, like, take his place pretty much. So he should already know, like, she was, you know, had the capability of doing some shit like that again, you know.
Well,
Yeah, but I'm trying to say, like, do y'all think it's develops? Yeah, nah, there's a chance. But now I would say, do y'all think it's okay that she develops like these close relationships with men, like, and then like comes up with excuses like, oh yeah, I was taking care of him, or yeah, like Pac was my brother, like, you know, to what extent it's like, okay, y'all too close kind of thing.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. People,
you think it's
man,
more of
people
an
do what they want to
excuse?
do.
Yeah, I think so.
An excuse? I don't know.
I think it depends on a person personally. Like if you're cool with it, like we talked about last episode, like you gotta have trust in that person.
Right.
Me personally, I'm not cool with it personally. You know what I mean? But other people maybe, you know. So
Hey, if me and the future Miss Davis, you know what I'm saying? If we had that conversation and we agreed to like, yo, like she said, you on your side of the house and I'm on my side of the house, you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's Gucci, you know what I'm saying? It's gravy for me.
Well, you know,
Hey,
it goes back in at the end.
Yeah.
That was my fault, Gary. It's bad timing. I teed that up. The technology, man. I'm fucking telling you, man. The technology. Hey, so I didn't know. I saw on Twitter it was trending like the whole Tory Lanez thing. All I really saw was that he's 5'3".
This
Like,
nigga shot me.
that's how it started. They talked about his height and his weight.
So I pulled this article up from TMZ. Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez swarmed by cops, helicopter, during his gun arrest. Then somehow she got shot. What? I don't know what the hell's going on. So
yeah, she got.
Y'all gonna have to inform me what's going on.
Gary's like,
yeah, hit us with the news, Mike. Hit us with the news.
All right, multiple cops descended upon Meg Thee Stallion. That always throws me off that it's the Stallion, like Meg, you Stallion. Meg,
First of all, a stallion is a male fucking horse. Like, why the fuck is she the stallion?
I don't know. Her name wasn't very well thought out.
With a big ass, I dunk on her ass though.
Meg, you male horse, and Tory Lanez during his gun bust in what proved to be quite the dramatic scene in Hollywood Hills. TMC got video of Tory's arrest from early Sunday morning. It's pretty clear law enforcement was treating the situation very seriously. Anyway, moving on. As that's happening, you can see another woman on the sidewalk who appears to be injured. It's unclear which one is MTS. Later, you see the same woman seated on a ledge, and at one point, you can hear her turn her head and ask, "Megan, are you okay?" making it seem like the injured woman is MTS. Tory was also nearby when the woman asked if she was okay. So basically, I guess like you hear gun pop, pop. Let's go ahead and see. Let's see if we can share this.
Yeah, I'll shed a little light on some stuff that I read from what she said, like out of her own mouth. But she got shot in the foot, man. It wasn't like nothing crazy. She got shot in the foot. Like, she's good now. She's recovering.
First off, when did this story come?
Nigga, Harlem nice her ass.
Basically, yeah. So,
ooh, you shot my pinky toe, you motherfucker.
people were basically saying that people basically said that Tory Lanez shot her But I'm like, that's why the fuck did he shoot her? You know what I'm saying? When he was chilling with her and Kylie in the pool. Remember that?
Wait.
Nah, there's too many.
I don't know. Yeah, what are you talking about?
Oh yeah, basically like it was a video a couple days before that Megan posted of her in the pool with Kylie Jenner, and then
Damn, look at that ass, boy. Y'all saw that?
Yeah.
and then fucking Tory Lanez came up with his little short ass, like trying to hug them both, like yo, like what's up? It was so random.
What they gotta do? What they gotta do with them motherfuckers getting arrested? Damn, boy.
I'm telling you,
She like my foot hurt.
like behind her.
She got shot. She's like, ow.
She's like, damn.
I know
should
YouTube's
definitely get
gonna block
dunked
you
on
'cause
now.
of the stupid
Yeah,
ad
so
that
the
was
whole reason
showing.
why I brought that up is because
Oh, this is what Jock was talking about.
yeah, the whole reason I brought that up is because he was already chilling with them like ahead of time. Why would he shoot? Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like, why would he actually shoot them when he was just hanging out with them? That makes no fucking sense. You know what I mean?
Nah, but you all right, but you know about the law, like, okay, you know about the law, right? Like, it don't matter if he shot her or not. If he had something to do with the shooting, period. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like it might have
Then-
just gone off like a
Yeah.
stray bullet, right?
Like it could. She just could have caught a stray. You know what I'm saying?
Like the
but
Plexico
he
bird
had
situation?
something to do with it. Yeah, exactly. Like my nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what? First of all, what the fuck is? What are they doing? What is the like? What's going on? Like, what the fuck was happening?
Busting guns.
Who the fuck? Why is Tory Lanez little short ass shooting motherfuckers and shit?
So here's the thing. It was a Hollywood Hill party that they're all at. You know what I mean? Yeah. When they
Okay.
left-
First of all, they
left-
fucking up for not social distancing. Dumb
When they
motherfuckers.
yeah, when they left, they got robbed. Like somebody pressed them. Apparently, Tory Lanez already had like guns in his car and shit, so that's why he got in trouble.
And he pulled that thing out.
I'm guessing, you know what I mean? And so like then the rest is like, history.
Wait, so he shot? Why he shoot Meg Thee Stallion and not the niggas that's trying to rob them?
He didn't shoot Megan. Like, so from what I heard is like he shot in the
Shot
air.
her foot because he's short.
He shot in the air.
He shot in
He
the
shot in the air and he shot her foot with her big tall ass. He shot. This story get crazier and crazier, man. What the fuck is going on?
That's just like, why would Tory do that? That's like career suicide. Like, why would you? You know what I'm saying? That's Megan.
Bro, no. You see, like that. Stop getting it convoluted. That it doesn't matter if he shot her or not. The fact that she got shot and him having guns is why that he got arrested for that shit
Well,
or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I get that, but what I'm saying is, just use like logic and common sense. He didn't.
But nigga, it don't matter. It's the law. It doesn't. It doesn't. Like, that's the law, bro.
I don't think you understand me right now, bro. So basically you think that it's a chance that he shot her. Is what I'm hearing.
No, I'm not saying he didn't have to shoot her at all.
He didn't shoot her is what I'm trying to say. I understand I'm getting arrested, but all I'm saying is I don't think he shot her. That's all I'm saying.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
I'm pretty
what
sure
is it?
whatever happened, it's going to be just mainly a gun charge, a possession charge.
Exactly.
You know?
He didn't shoot Megan. Like we all know. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, guns. Yeah.
Okay, but still, I'm still trying to figure out how did she get shot and why the fuck did he get arrested? Like, what is going on with this story?
Yeah, guns in his car. That's why.
All right.
That's it. That's why.
Why did he have that? Why did he have that many guns in his car?
Why do anybody have guns in their car?
Why did T.I.
That's
and
up
shit,
in
we ended up doing
There's a lot
time.
of variables to that. Niggas carry guns for like.
All right. Well, we need more. Obviously, we need more details on this fucking story. Nobody knows what the fuck going on.
I've been spending minutes
it's
trying
a
to find a
developing
funny
story.
meme of a little kid shooting a gun, but I couldn't find one. So
Oh, Tory.
Not just that, but Mike, when did that story drop? Like, when did that happen?
that's like
Okay.
been happening today. Today we're
Man.
recording
It
7.
happened over the weekend, though. That's what they said. It
I
happened
think
like this past
they
weekend.
didn't confirm. Like, let me see.
The story.
It didn't get out till today.
Okay.
The story dropped
Yeah,
today,
yeah.
but this happened like over the weekend or whatever. All right, regardless of the story, is this big bitch got shot in the fucking foot like Della Reese in Harlem Nights, and motherfucking Tory Lanez got arrested, and no one knows what the fuck is going on because, hey, no one knows. Oh, obviously, speaking of motherfuckers getting arrested, this might be off topic. I don't think this was on the docket at all because this obviously happened today too. But Trae the Truth got arrested along with like my son
Stills.
and Kenny Stills. Like, what the fuck is going on? Because they were protesting.
Wow.
How the fuck they get arrested?
That one again, it's developing. I don't know enough about it yet. I mean, it's fucked
is
up.
Is there an article on that you can pull up, Mike, real quick? Because fuck this Megan fucking obviously they don't even know what the fuck. But we don't even know what's going on with them motherfuckers. That's a confusing ass story.
That's why I'm like, we really can't speak to it because it's still going on. We don't know enough yet.
But I think the Kenny Steele shit, Kenny Steele's getting arrested for, and Trae getting arrested for protests is way more important than fucking Meg Thee Stallion getting shot by Tory Lanez in the fucking foot.
Yeah.
But we know a little bit more about what happened there. We don't really know this one. I mean, it's fucked up, yeah, but so let me see.
Do we know a little bit more?
This is great podcasting right now. All right. He, among 87 protesters, faced felony charges after being arrested Tuesday at a protest in Louisville. He's 28. He was entered into the jail's booking log just before midnight after having been taken into custody earlier in the afternoon. And this was, again, demanding action for those who shot and killed Breonna Taylor. It says that he was charged with intimidating a participant in the legal process, a felony as well as a misdemeanor, disorderly conduct, and criminal trespass.
I can tell off rip that's gonna get dropped.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He was on private property with no lawful purpose and refused to leave, or at least that's what his arrest citation said. A request
he's gonna be all right, man. Personally, I feel like that's gonna, it happened. It's unfortunate, but he's gonna be okay.
Right.
Okay, I don't understand how these motherfuckers getting arrested for their First Amendment right.
I mean, obviously, law enforcement tried to find a reason, like, oh, it's private property, so it's petty. So that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's really gonna go anywhere.
Yeah, so like apparently, like they were like sitting on like some motherfucker's lawn or some shit like that.
That's what it's saying. It said Kenny Steele stood on the lawn, asked for justice, got arrested. Cops that killed Breonna Taylor kicked in her door, killed her, didn't get arrested. And that's the parallel. I mean, again, that's clearly nobody's debating that. I just don't know the legality of what I don't know anything about this yet. So I don't know if he was trying to intimidate anybody. So I can't. Either way, it's fucked up. The whole situation's fucked up.
Well, I saw a video of not Kenny Stills, but my son getting arrested or whatever. My son is like a rapper from New York. If for our listeners that don't know or whatever, yeah, I can look at more video here. But yeah, they were like apparently like standing on these people's lawn or whatever because there was a bunch of protesters out there. There was a protest going on, and they started, like fucking, yeah, okay, so yeah, this is it, I guess. So yeah, they out there talking shit, you know what I'm saying? Like defund the fucking police, like yo, why the fuck you ain't in jail, nigga? You in your house and shit. We outside. It's probably some shit like along those lines. And they start standing in the line. And I guess because they was in the line, like these motherfuckers got arrested because like when you in somebody's line, that's like private property, I guess,
Yeah.
But like Trae the Truth, fucking Kenny Stills, my son, like a bunch of fucking people, like all these people that was out there, those are amongst the prominent names. They got her fucking arrested for that shit. But it's like, okay, with this shit, man, this shit is like exposing, our whole. This is exposing a lot of shit. Is that Waka Flocka, nigga? What the fuck? Okay, who house are they at? Do we know that?
I don't know, but I don't care if you're white, black, green, blue, red. If a bunch of motherfuckers are in front of my lawn, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, hey, man,
obviously,
this shit down the street.
I'm hoping it's at least one of the officers that need to be arrested.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's see who lawn.
I wouldn't want people to get arrested, but I would definitely be like, bruh, come on now.
Nah, but obviously, shit. If it's come to this, you know what I'm saying? Those people, they have a right to protest.
Yeah.
For one, maybe they shouldn't have went in these people's lawns. You know what I'm saying? They maybe should have just stood on the street.
Yeah, I would have been about 20 feet.
But
back.
still, nah. If bro. Like, all right, think about this. Think about this, yo. If there's enough grounds for them to get arrested for just being on these people's lawns, but there's not enough grounds for somebody to get arrested for murdering this woman while she was in fucking her bed. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's something totally wrong with the justice system in this country. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we've said like the last 10 episodes. I know that. We're not breaking any news.
Well, but this shit happened today. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not breaking any news, but like, shit. I mean, that's.
You're trying to show the contrast. Yeah.
Like that. Yeah, yeah. That's all I'm showing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, dude, yo, this place is fucked up, man. Like, for real? Come on, man. Like, I know I got off subject with that shit, but you know, we were talking about motherfuckers getting arrested and shit like that. You know, I thought that's a little bit way more important than fucking Tory Lanez bitch ass getting arrested for having guns and shit in his car.
Oh yeah, no, don't get me wrong. It's way more important, but at the same time, with the whole Tory thing, it was just insane, and we just wanted to know what the hell.
Both of those stories are obviously developing stories and shit like that. That's some shit we will probably have to come back to, most definitely next week. What else on the docket?
Amazon tells workers to delete TikTok and then basically recanted their statements. So we've talked about TikTok. It's not really our cup of tea anyway. I'm trying to pull this fucking article up. It's corny. Yeah. Okay, I can't find the
article. It's the Chinese government.
Blase. All right. So another week, another major institution banning TikTok and citing privacy concerns. U.S. financial giant Wells Fargo has told its employees to delete the app off company phones, citing privacy and security controls and practices as the reason why. Wells Fargo employed, as of April 2020, they employed 263,000 people. So they're trying to get everybody to take that off. Now, earlier in the week, Amazon was telling people to do the same off of their mobile devices. They were somehow allowed to use their desktops. But, yeah. So, all this spying, except, first of all, you don't need it. Oh my God, you don't need TikTok. TikTok's boring.
Yeah, but when they're saying that off their phones, they're talking about the company phones?
Yeah, they're talking about the company phones.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm thinking like when they mentioned
why
Amazon,
the fuck would you have that shit downloaded on your shit anyway?
Yeah.
Yeah, like on a company phone, probably that's understandable because you don't even need to have that on there. But your personal phone, yeah. Like I was thinking it was like personal phones, but yeah, it's not a big deal if it's company.
Nah, they should delete that shit off their personal phones too. The fucking Amazon right about this shit. For real. Man, I told y'all about this shit 3-4 months ago, man.
Never
the Chinese government.
I've never enjoyed using. I mean, I don't know. I don't get it.
I never wanted to talk, so I'm glad I
downloaded it and I looked at it.
Hell nah, Jack, you lying, bro. You brought that shit up. You was like, yo, what's up with TikTok?
You just asking.
That doesn't mean I use it. I was just asking.
But I would say I can see the appeal because they're trying to make it very similar to Vine. You know what Vine was, and you can kind of do. Even though you don't have to worry about just like the same like dance routines, it could still also be like a Vine platform, but still not
like Mike said, the shit is fucking dumb. It's a stupid fucking mindless app.
It's like the same 5 songs on repeat,
and these people doing the same fucking dumbass fucking dances and shit. It's stupid. Like, first of all, people should already have that shit off their fucking. They shouldn't have that shit on their company phones anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not some shit that, like, you know, like, who downloads it? I've never had a company phone. Does anybody get supplied with a company phone here?
Yeah,
you guys?
I think we all have, or to an extent, you know.
To an extent, in a way?
We wouldn't even need to put anything on there.
That's what I'm saying.
Pointless.
Exactly. Yeah, oh yeah. You guys worked at Apple, right?
Which is why,
right. So they gave you, like, a phone?
Yeah, like
they don't. Go ahead, Gerry.
Right.
Oh,
and like, you wouldn't have no shit on there, like, you know what I'm saying? You just have like your Apple shit, right?
Yeah, but I mean, to an extent, they also control our personal phones too. Like, we have certain profiles that we have, on our phones. So, because of that, they have extra encryption initially, like a 6-digit password. But even then, yeah, if they told us to delete it, it's worth it because TikTok.
I don't know why everybody's so
Right.
worried about their data. Get better ads. Like, why? I don't. Everybody's going to find a way to get it somehow.
Yeah, and you bring up a good point, Mike,
like,
about data. One thing I was looking at was, I'm a big Andrew Young supporter, and he brought up a crazy point about there's a way, if it's pushed enough, you can actually get paid for your data. But, just obviously that should be something in the works and is very progressive. But at the end of the day, companies are fighting. It's the new gold. Companies are fighting and finding ways to take your data. But if there can be a terms and conditions where like a company pays you for every little bit of data they take, that adds up. Like it's a monopoly. Like the company's getting all of that pie. Data is money, and that's your data. So you should be paid for it.
Yeah, and it's also your personal information. You know what I'm saying?
I guess that makes sense.
Imagine if we pushed for that. How much money we would have in our, like, each person would have in their pockets. Like, imagine getting a residual check of $300 because this much of your data was used by X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, I get it being on the advertising side. Like, hey, you need the data to give people relevant ads. And I like getting relevant ads because that's how I learn about new products. So, I get that side of it. I don't get why
think
people
about how much money
are
they're
so
making targeting
afraid.
you.
And I get your point, too, of like, hey, we should get paid for that. If you're going to use it to kind of manipulate us in a way, hey, at least give us money, right? Like,
yeah, and it could be like 25 cents per.
Give us money
whatever,
to buy the shit that you're fucking advertising to us. You know what I'm saying?
In a way, like that may happen one day. If Biden wins, I'm not trying to get too political right now, but if he does win, I know Yang's gonna probably be in there somewhere, probably. Smart dude.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hey, Biden better fucking win. And I don't want to get political either, nigga, but shit, nigga, 45 gonna be the last, nigga. If you know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be no 46.
But yeah, that's a good idea. You know what I mean? So I guess time will tell.
Also,
yeah, but fuck TikTok.
Yeah, I've never been a fan. Also in the news was tripping me out was the Naya Rivera news.
Oh, that's sad.
So they found that she disappeared, and they're like, well, she's probably dead. And they actually found that she had died. Cause of death was confirmed as an accidental drowning by the Ventura County Medical Examiner's Office on Tuesday. There was no indication that drugs or alcohol played a role. What else?
You know what's crazy about that? Because I actually read up on that. So apparently that lake, they have really bad whirlpools that they don't warn people about. Seriously, so I think that's what happened. She got caught in one of those pools. Because of course it wasn't she didn't purposely do that. But they're trying to us do a petition right now to where they can actually put up signs. They've been trying to get signs around that lake for years, but it just never happened.
It's pretty crazy. Because there was some mystery to it. They found her wallet and some of her personal belongings in the boat or whatever canoe with her kid.
And riptides too. Yes,
Fortunately, nothing happened to the child, but a lot of people think that she died trying to save her child. So kind of a damned if you do, damned if you don't. But that's kind of crazy, man. People just drowning out of nowhere. All the shit we have to worry about now we're worrying about people drowning out of nowhere.
Well, yeah, and also, like I said, they need to put up signs hey, if it's riptides and whirlpools, put that shit up so people will know to avoid certain areas. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I kind of want to hop on Google Images and even see what a whirlpool in real life looks like. It's crazy.
First of all, she shouldn't have been at Lake Piru. She already know how them niggas get down. You know what I'm saying? How the blood gang get down. You know what I'm saying? She shouldn't have been there. Why the fuck was she there? One, I think, me personally, I think that it was a very unfortunate accident. That's all I think. I think she just fell overboard. Some shit couldn't get up. You know what I'm saying? Because all her shit was there. Her life jacket was there, but the kid had his life jacket on. Shit like that. Yeah, that's what a whirlpool looks like.
Great, man. Can you imagine going man?
I thought it only looked like that on cartoons. That's wild.
Imagine a huge turd going down that motherfucker, man.
Bro,
What is
you,
a
Chance, you and Jock will be dead immediately.
Yo, for sure. I'm out of there. If
Oh,
I
yeah.
see that shit, I might just pass out
It's
and die.
crazy.
What is a
Gerry
rip
would like dolphin out of it.
Man, I'll find a way.
Hell no.
You pull up a riptide.
Tide.
All right, see that's all right. All right, and another thing I want to ask with this is, why was she out there by herself with her kid?
Just to get away. I mean, don't really
I
know.
mean, like I understand the
Why wouldn't she
do
be?
what they
though?
wanted to do. Yeah, I understand. Like, yeah, why wouldn't she be? But like, I mean,
You're referring
damn,
to like
how like
maybe if
how,
she had
I mean, how like I
somebody
mean,
else there.
how yeah, like how good were her boating skills?
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
like was she fucking like certified? Like I don't know. Like she have
What?
enough skill points to like
Yeah.
get the boat and
I
shit.
don't
You
think
know
she
what I'm
was a
saying? Like
captain.
CJ and shit.
And what I'm guessing, man, she probably done that before.
What? That was tasteless as fuck.
That wasn't her first time.
Dang, Mike.
Yeah, hey, y'all said what a riptide. This is the first video that comes up.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, we're not trying to like make fun of anything.
I know we're not, but we're trying to see how it works. It's just bad. Hey, bad that that was.
Yeah.
a video.
Oh, no, I'm just
hey, that's why my black ass stay out the fucking water, man.
Yeah.
that's crazy, man.
That's
Yeah, that's
wild.
probably
Fuck that shit.
Oh,
Yo,
shit.
thank
Basically,
God her
like,
kid
what, the
was
water
safe though.
shoots
Like,
back?
how crazy was it for him to be like just
Yeah,
like
look at
there? You know, like
She,
That's
a
exactly
boat.
with a 4-year-old. Like a lot of times toddlers don't know what they're doing, so I'm surprised he even like knew to stay on the boat.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope his ass would have known to stay on the boat, not get in the fucking water.
I
Yeah,
think
you'd
she
be
was probably like,
surprised.
I know you guys probably don't believe in this, but I think she was probably like, even when she passed away, she was watching over him, making sure like he's good and shit. You know?
Mhm. Definitely.
Yeah.
Sad. So sad.
That's sad, man. That's
R.I.P.
that's
Naya
terrible.
Rivera, man.
R.I.P. man, for real. I didn't watch Glee or anything like that. I only knew it through Big
Big Sean, I
Sean.
can say that too.
What's up with all the Glee people though? Like they all like.
Yo, it's a curse from
awful
that
look.
show. It's like a curse or some shit.
It's kind of like the Power Rangers. Remember the original Power Rangers? Same type of curse.
Yeah.
What
Hey, you
happened with
remember
the
Rick
original
was
Power
on
Rangers?
Glee?
No, remember original Power Rangers? They all like died or some shit, or just some like. They always
Well,
like,
I think the Red Ranger has
What?
like a YouTube channel. But yeah.
What?
the only
There's
one
been like a
I
lot of.
follow like half the Power Rangers on Instagram. What are you talking about?
no,
There were
Chance,
some
yeah,
though. I think Billy
Yeah,
died.
there's some of them. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is
David
like,
Yost.
Trent.
David Yost is alive.
no,
Didn't Billy die?
Billy
Oh,
is
no,
David Yost.
Trini died. The Yellow Ranger.
Trini died.
Oh,
Rita
Trini, yeah,
died,
Trini died. Yeah, for sure, yeah.
Rita died. A lot of other people in
Yeah.
that show died. Is what I'm saying. Like it's actually on the show. Power
That's
Rangers.
right.
Oh, yeah. I know, like the Red Ranger had like a porno. He was in a flick or some
And
shit.
then speaking of Red Ranger, one of them actually he got stabbed with a sword, or he stabbed like his roommate like with a samurai sword.
Who the fuck stabbed him, Zed?
I don't know, but yeah, so it's always shit happening with them, you know. Like,
Some
That
Red
nigga was
Ranger
doing
died.
Power Ranger shit.
yeah, see, I told you, yeah, I'm not making this up. Like, yeah,
The Red Ranger died.
This
One
one,
of them,
though.
not the
This
original.
is like
So the
the
red and the yellow out, man. That's fucked up, man.
this is like the little brothers age Power Ranger era.
Oh yeah. Oh, we don't give a fuck about them
Ninja
niggas.
Storm.
yeah.
Oh nah, man. Oh, hell nah.
Rita
he
died.
wasn't- That ain't Jason, nigga.
Who's that face guy? That what was his name again?
Zordon.
Jordan
Yeah.
died too. Yeah, a lot of them did.
Oh, did y'all ever watch the new Power Rangers?
Nah, I didn't.
Oh, the
I
movie?
The movie? Nah,
I watched it.
I ain't watched that shit. Yeah,
Yeah, you saw it?
Yeah, I saw it.
How was it? What's your review?
From what I remember, it was like a C.
Yo,
I'm a harsh movie critic though, so
I don't want to fuck up
Yeah.
my childhood. That's why I didn't watch it.
Nah, Power Rangers went hard. Yeah, I'm tired of reboots and shit. We already talked about that shit.
What do y'all
man.
feel
Like,
about Scream 5?
Mm,
when's that supposed to drop?
Scream 4 was lit, so I'm with Scream 5.
It was. I liked it.
I like sequels. I like scary movie sequels when they like go like, you know what I'm saying, past like 3 and shit.
I will say
You know,
that, yeah.
Matter of fact, Mike, we were talking about this shit. All right, unpopular opinion. Child's Play 3 is the best.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Child's Play
yeah,
3 is the
not
best.
on Child's
It
Play,
was.
like Leprechaun and all that
I
shit
the
keep
soul.
yeah, but not Chance. You just said like you like when horror movies extend out until 3, 4, like past 3, like
Yeah,
sequels
hell
up until
yeah.
4. Oh no,
Ads
Those,
everywhere.
those
Like
are the
Saw
those are the only type
at
those are the
5
only
and
type of
6,
movies
no.
that can do that.
Hmm.
Nah, okay. Saw was a weak franchise from the
Yeah.
get go. You know what I'm saying?
Had a good concept. Like 1 was fire.
Yeah, one nigga like
But yeah, to me with horror
that's
films,
all you
like,
need with movies like that. But
Saw.
what I'm
Hey,
saying, like,
they're gonna have the
okay.
Saw, the next Saw coming out too with Chris Rock.
Oh,
I'm not
word?
watching it.
You didn't know that?
Ow, ow! They gonna saw my fingers off.
Wait, no, hold up. No, y'all know that, right?
I didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that at all.
crazy.
I didn't know that. You put me
Viral,
on game right now.
right? Yeah, I thought we talked about this.
Hell no. Saw Chris Rock?
Oh, hold up now. Now we're
Yeah,
gonna watch the trailer. So I'm excited about Scream 5.
And there's a trailer. Oh my god,
Oh yeah,
word?
crazy.
it's.
Oh, hell no. We gotta put this
yeah,
on,
we
man.
talked about this. Hold up, I'm gonna play.
No,
it.
I don't think we have.
No, we have.
Hold up. Why not? Let's watch it. Let's watch a trailer.
I love Chris Rock.
I never thought Chris Rock was funny personally. I respect him, but
Are you serious?
Wait,
Yeah,
we're gonna come back to that.
Hey, why does nigga look like Osmosis Jones?
He
I
does.
think, I mean, he played him
It's
right.
Crow.
I know, right? Yeah.
But like he actually looked like Osmosis Jones. Gusto. All right, so Chris Rock, a cop.
It actually looks kind of good.
I got that other dude. I don't know what he's been. He was in that intern movie.
They might as well
Wasn't that nigga the Terminator?
too, man.
Nah. He's a detective and shit, all serious.
Why the nigga look Photoshop?
Targeting cops.
This year, that's a damn lie.
This is
Samuel
Okay.
Jackson.
Oh no, that's Samuel
Okay, I
Jackson.
might need to watch it then.
Oh no, this nigga gonna be lit.
I think it probably has something to do with Black Lives Matter. It's targeting cops and shit.
Bro, we could definitely tell that's that's Chris Rock in the ski mask. Hey, motherfucker!
Well, I feel like it's
Yo,
just a commercial. The whole
that shit gonna be live.
Yeah,
Yo,
I thought y'all knew that.
And I changed my mind. Yeah, I might have to watch it.
Hell no, we're gonna see that shit. Hey, it's gonna be a movie review and everything for that shit. Y'all check that shit out on the rep. You know what I'm saying? I'm putting it out there right now.
We need
definitely
to
gonna-
just create like a whole 90s kids segment because I feel like we always dip into that every episode.
Hell yeah, we talk about old ass episodes of fucking shit like X-Men.
Scream 5 though, I'm trying to get the info on that. Like,
Oh
All
yeah, so what's up with Scream 5?
all
Tell
right,
me
so
about
I was sharing that screen. I don't know why I wasn't reading it, but anyway, it's delayed. Clearly, coronavirus. Since the announcement of the Scream sequel last year, we've learned a few key details. Production is set to happen later this year in Wilmington, North Carolina, when filming is safe to resume amid the virus. They are sharing when it will likely hear. This is one of those articles where they bury the lead, so you have to read the whole thing. So it's like, oh, so that's what happened. Sheriff Dewey is coming back. Courtney Cox, Nev Campbell are trying to come back.
Courtney Cox.
Are they trying to get them back? So
Oh,
I mean,
It's
like
gonna
I
be
said, I respect this. You know, when we watch the movies because they're originals, like when they came out, we watched them and shit. Well, I watch it. I mean, probably so. I mean, I'm gonna watch both of them. But I don't know. I just, like I said before, I just hate when they keep coming up with like
Ways to revamp something.
yeah, they just keep
It-
doing. Like, I just kind of tired.
like for real, out of like all the movies that we've ever brung up during the 40 episodes of this podcast, I think like those two are the most interested I'm like have ever been. Like I want to see both of those shits. You know what I'm saying? Saw and Scream 5. Because I like Scream 4.
it was.
Scream
Good.
4 was fucking dope.
I like
Over-
when they kind
over
of
Candyman?
reinvent them, you know.
Not over Candyman though. We discussed that.
Candyman was dope too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Candyman.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that's-
for sure.
that's
Candyman
number one.
gonna be lit too.
And not just
For
that, but you
sure,
could
you know
tell
what I'm
you could tell like me, like there's two different categories. Like one, you watch just based off of nostalgia, and you know it's gonna be crappy, but you're gonna watch it just because. So I lower my expectation for it. But when it comes to a movie where you know like it's gonna win like some Sundance Film Festival, you know that's like in a different category. Where you're like, oh, okay, this is gonna be a good movie just because it was a great movie. Then another thing where it's like, okay, I'm gonna watch it.
I thought
Low expectations.
Well, with horror movies, like I think you should never have any expectations in them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like it's a horror movie. You know,
there's a few.
The diehards. I mean, the diehards. Like you and I feel like we're probably like
I'm a diehard horror fan.
We're like on that threshold, you know. But I feel like the lay fan, like the one that's just kind of like check in every now and then, they have like that higher expectation. As long as it's like a reinvention in the modern world, I'm cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like but when I say modern, I don't want a lot of like CGI. I don't like a lot of computer generated shit, like all the like paranormal stuff, you know. But as long as it's good
up to date,
convincing, I like makeup, you know.
Yeah,
for sure. I like cool effects, shit like that. But with horror, with horror movies, I think that I'm actually surprised that there's not a Scream 5 already. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Ghostface is such like a phenomenal fucking like villain or whatever. Like, he's up there with the Freddys, the Jasons, the Michael Myers and shit. Them niggas got like 15 movies each. You know what I'm saying? This nigga only got 5 as of now because y'all just put me on. You know, so like I'm excited about that shit. Especially slashers. Slashers, oh man, I love them.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, we're obviously all gonna watch it, obviously. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Chris Rock, man. Yeah, I don't think he's that funny, man. Like I never.
That's wild.
Personally, like,
that's funny that you think that Chris Rock is not funny.
So let's actually. Here's a good question. I saw a meme and I think I shared it with y'all. I forgot who was on it, but I think it was like Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy, and then somebody else, and it said you have to pick 2.
Oh, like Richard Pryor probably was on there.
I don't know if it was Richard Pryor. I think it was somebody.
Richard Pryor.
Kevin Hart.
Oh, okay.
So,
okay.
Kevin Hart, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy. It said you're on a 9-hour road trip. You can only listen to 2 of these legends. Who are you picking? I know mine.
Dave Chappelle and Eddie Murphy.
Mm-hmm.
Gary, who you got?
The same.
Chance?
Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock.
I say Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock. And I've got a bold take.
Go for it.
I feel like Delirious and Raw are extremely overrated. Eddie Murphy's stand-up, I'm not a fan of. It's not my style.
Get into it. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Chris Rock killed it. I like more of that, like, dirty, edgy, like, just this is what it is. I feel like he brings it more. I feel like Eddie Murphy, like, milks jokes. I mean, he had, like, the whole McDonald's bit, like, with the cheeseburger thing for, like, 15 minutes. I'm like, now, granted, he's great. I think he was by far the best Saturday Night Live character ever. Like, no matter what he played, every role, Gumby, whatever it was hilarious. Not a big fan of his stand-up.
I just Chris Rock always screams shit. Like he's always like you mean to like I don't know this little like, it's just not funny to me personally. Like it just like
nah, Chris Rock is a fucking comedic genius. He's one of the like him and Chappelle, like they're like whether it's stand up, their writing, anything like that. I mean, that's golden. Like that's what you look for in a comedian. Like you said, Mike, with Eddie Murphy, like he's kind of overhyped a little bit. Eddie Murphy, like he was like the original black dude. You know what I'm saying? But like Chris Rock and Chappelle is like the dude is like way better, like way cooler. You know what I'm saying? Like they all in like the same age, I would imagine. You know what I'm saying? Except maybe Chappelle's a little younger than them. But
the bit that always had me dying was when he said something. I just got my motherfucking leg in the door. You know he's talking.
Dude, Chris Rock
was just there, man.
His stand up, his movies, like him and Chappelle, they like I don't know, it's like something about like them, like the takes that they have, because like they mad political, like they mad niggerish, you know what I'm saying? But like they can like get down with like the white people and shit too, you know what I'm saying? Like white people love them.
I will admit this though, I'm an extremely tough stand-up critic, and I've got a very unique taste. Like I feel like, you know, a lot of people wouldn't agree with always my favorites, but there are a lot of people too that are very popular that I don't really find funny at all. Like Kevin Hart's funny, but it's like very formulaic. It's always kind of the same thing. Like you know what you're gonna get with Kevin Hart.
Right.
He's gonna do like a random little voice or something.
Yeah, and it's more like
Kevin Hart is funny being Kevin Hart. You know what I'm saying? Like he plays Kevin Hart. Like,
but we've talked about this too. Like I get kind of tired of like the over exploited. Like, oh, I'm short, so I'm gonna continue to make short jokes. You know, like anytime you just keep saying this is what I am, and you just keep doing it and doing it. And I know I always say like, be the most you can be, but there's like a fine line between exploiting and acting silly, caricature, and just being like the genuine you know?
I think with that list of comedians or whatever, like the tier, like really for me, like 1, 2, 3, and 4 would be Chris Rock, Chappelle, Eddie Murphy, Kevin Hart. Like that would be my order. Like I think Chris Rock is a better comedian than Dave Chappelle.
I think he's more consistent.
Why do y'all think
I think he's more consistent.
Yeah,
dude, like, have you not like seen Chris Rock movies and shit like that?
I have. Actually.
Have you seen CB4?
Yes, I have.
Like I mean, Chris Rock is like head of state.
As stand up, or are you saying just funnier in general?
As
like no, I'm saying overall. I'm saying okay, stand up. Chris Rock and Chappelle are like neck and neck, really. You know what I'm saying?
And I would maybe give Rock an edge because of consistency.
I actually would give Rock an edge. I would give Rock the edge.
But I also feel like Chappelle's been better late career than Rock was, so maybe that changes for me down the line.
Okay, I'm with you with that too. Like we on the same page with this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Now, funniness though, I feel like Chappelle can deliver a laugh better than any of those guys can for me. Go ahead.
But no, what I was gonna say.
Get in it.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, like from a tier list, like I thought the common thread that we all had was Dave Chappelle. That's what I was saying. I was thinking off rip, like it wasn't even a conversation between like who was number one, but I guess there is. Like I was
Chappelle
thinking
Chappelle came from the school of rock. Like Chappelle and Rock's comedy, like Chappelle, I'm pretty sure that I don't know their ages or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure Chappelle is younger than Rock. I'm pretty sure that Chappelle watched Rock, you know what I'm saying, and was mad influenced by him. Because Rock was on, like, Saturday Night Live. Rock was on fucking, like, he had the Chris Rock show on HBO was pretty much Chappelle's show. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, before Chappelle's show.
Yeah,
like,
Central.
Chris Rock was ahead of the curve with Chappelle. Like, Chappelle just mastered it. You know what I'm saying?
So I typed, I just Google searched Chris Rock and I Google searched Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle, 46 years old, net worth estimated 50 million. Chris Rock, 55 years old, net worth 100 million. Shit.
Chris Rock's the greatest. I told you.
Well, but he had more of like an A-list movie career. He also had a lot of Adam Sandler, like shitty movies, but you knew a lot of people were going to watch him movies.
Right.
And he didn't turn down as much money as Dave Chappelle.
True.
Right. Well, look. Well, Dave Chappelle turned down his net worth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dave Chappelle turned down a one-time payment of his net worth. So, I mean, Dave Chappelle's a GOAT, but he's not better than Rock. And that's just my opinion.
That's why I respect Dave Chappelle, too, because he never, like, played a female. He never did any, like, fugazi shit. You know what I'm saying? He always stuck to his core.
What does that have to do with anything?
Nigga, everything. That's what I'm explaining right now. You know what I mean? Like, every black comic has to, like, act like a female or act gay or some shit.
Jamie Foxx.
They don't. Yeah. They do that. They choose that shit.
They don't choose.
You do what you want to do.
No, they have to because, like, people love like emasculating the black man. I think about every comic had to play some kind of like female or gay role. Like
I think you're just going left with this.
I'm not going left.
Mama's
I'm
House.
speaking facts. I'm speaking facts, bro. Like you said, Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx
I mean,
on the Living
that's-
Color. Yeah.
Probably a lot of them, bro. Like you can look this shit up yourself, Chance. A lot of them have played like female parts or like sex and gay shit.
All right, so
Yeah,
Chappelle didn't put a dress on, but like that don't make him like less or a greater comedian than Rock.
You just said he's the GOAT.
Huh?
You just said he's the GOAT though. Not so long
Who,
ago.
Chappelle?
Yeah, you just said that.
Or nah?
Oh no, he
he
says
is.
one of them. This is weird.
He's one, like, but I think Rock's better. And Rock put on a dress,
We can just.
but I'm saying like that. I don't buy into that type of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what like people say what they want to say, bro. All right, yeah, you got to put on a dress. Flip Wilson. Do you know who Flip Wilson is?
No, tell me.
I don't know.
Flip Wilson is a comedian from the 70s. He used to have a show called The Flip Wilson Show. You should look it up. Flip Wilson is fucking. That's where Rock and fucking Chappelle came from. That's the cost that they're cut from. Like
The Bill Belichick tree.
like yeah, like I mean, just because Chappelle didn't do it, like doesn't. I mean, like nigga, like just because. All right, I'm saying all right, or you're saying that. Okay, they want to demasculate the black man or whatever like that. Comedy is comedy, bro. Funny is funny. Shanae, funny, nigga. Like I like Martin, nigga. Is Martin playing a fucking a character? Like funny is funny. You know what I'm saying?
I guess
like, that's
that's
why
why Living Color. They also did that with Jim Carrey, where he was the.
Yeah, I was thinking too. I was like, I think Jim
everyone's
Carrey
done
made
it.
Also.
Not only black people do that shit. That's a fucking myth, bro. Like I can't stand like when people like bring that type of shit up, bro. Like funny is funny, bro.
I brought it up though because that's what I believe. But the point is like Dave Chappelle didn't do it. That's why I respect him. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that other shit wasn't funny, but he still stuck to his guns. Like I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? He's still.
Vera DeMilo. That's what it was.
I mean that's fine. That's like kudos to that nigga that he didn't. That he, you know what I'm saying? Didn't have to. But I'm saying that, like that has nothing to do with anything. You know what I'm saying? He made a choice.
Yeah, I mean that's your opinion. You know, that's how you feel.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Like when it comes to a tier list, yeah. I mean, not denying it, denying that chance, but
yeah. Like bro, funny. Like that's just funny. Jim Carrey did it. Fucking who else? I mean, bro, like. It's
Robin Williams.
I mean, yeah, Robin Williams, Miss Doubtfire. I mean, dude, like that's just comedy, bro. Like it's playing a character. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no they're out to get you, to demasculate you behind that. Like that's bullshit, bro. We gotta stop listening to bullshit. We gotta filter that shit out.
Hey,
black men do play black women really well, so I think they kind of force it.
You gotta respect other people's opinions too, you know?
Because they know black women. Like Shanae is a great character, bro, because like you know a Shanae. You know what I'm saying?
Is
a Wanda.
But Chance, is that what it is though? Is it like the fact that like black women are typically like known to be like kind of loud or whatever? So it's like, oh, like it's a stereotype. Bro, so they're kind of feeding on that stereotype. Like, the black guy to play it, kind of thing.
Right.
Well, you also can't do blackface.
Yeah.
Exactly. So like, they can pick one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Pick one or the other. Or have a funny woman. Have a funny black woman play herself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like why haven't they been doing that?
Shit, maybe there's no funny black women.
Hey,
I mean, there are, but you know what I'm saying? Maybe they don't want to play those roles. Maybe there's certain roles for certain things. So you know what I'm saying? Like something calls for that role. If they people choose to play those roles. Tyler Perry made billions and billions of dollars off playing a woman.
True.
So I guess man, we can just agree to disagree. You know what I mean? So.
Hey, did y'all see San Francisco has proposed a CAREN Act? Have you seen this?
Yeah, but I think it's spelled is it like CAREN or something?
Caution against racially exploitative non-emergencies. Basically, if you call 911 being racist now, it's a crime.
That should have been passed everywhere.
That's good.
That shit.
Kudos.
Yeah. The CAREN law. And of course, they're pointing to Amy Cooper is the image that everybody kind of points to. Remember, we talked about her in I think it was episode 34 with the dog, like holding the dog. Come on, lady.
Yeah.
Um,
First, making a false report on anyone, like no matter like if it's like race related or whatever, making a false report just because like you're wasting time, you're wasting money, you're wasting a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, move the fuck on. You know? Like, yeah, that should definitely be a crime. That should be a crime federally.
Next,
That's
man?
good. Kudos to San
I'm getting
Francisco.
tired.
I said, what's next on the docket, man? Nick Cannon, right?
The last, actually it wasn't, but we can talk about that. Nick Cannon. That also is something we're getting real topical, real breaking news today.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Cannon apologizes for anti-Semitic comments. I feel ashamed.
What he said was,
You know what I think, man? I think anytime you mention Farrakhan's name, they automatically gonna associate that with anti-Semitic, like straight up, because I'm not saying they shouldn't.
What are they reporting that he said?
Mike's about to pull it up, but basically they said he was like talking shit about Jewish people, and because that's what anti-Semitic is pretty much. It's saying they like he was on the show. He was on the show. His show actually that he doesn't own, so that's another thing we gotta start owning more shit because of this. But yeah, he was on the show, and he had like a guest on who was a part of Public Enemy, but he got kicked out for talking shit about Jewish people. Got his name, but that guy, Griff, yeah, they were interviewing together, and Nick Cannon said what he said, and I didn't find anything wrong with it per se. I don't feel like he was being evil towards a group of people. He
said that black people were
the
true Hebrews. Were the true Hebrews?
Yeah,
that actually is an anti-Semitic.
That's not anti-Semitic.
It's not, but once again, he brought up Farrakhan, and Jewish people hate Farrakhan. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy because I remember in the 60s and 70s there would be like Jewish protests outside of like Farrakhan speeches. We're like, yeah, like we want to kill him.
Exactly.
Well, a lot of that is he isn't he Muslim?
Yeah. Fruit is.
Well, I mean that's religion wars. I'm not
religion
saying
war for sure.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
I mean, Farrakhan did I don't say he talked shit about Jewish people in the past, but he didn't say stuff good about them, if I'm being real with you. But that was he apologized for that, but they still can't get over that shit,
He apologized.
So
I must apologize to my Jewish brothers and sisters for putting them in a painful position. It was never my intention, but I know this whole situation has hurt many people, and together we'll make it right. I've dedicated my daily efforts to continuing conversations to bring the Jewish community and the African American community closer together, embracing our differences and sharing our commonalities. Basically, before that, he said that, the true Hebrews, he said it's never hate speech. You can't be anti-Semitic when we are the Semitic people. We are the same people who they want to be. That's our birthright. We are the true Hebrews. I think I think the outrage, it's crazy because we're all fighting to say that we should have freedom of speech, but when people speak, we'll also be the quickest to destroy somebody, and that's the danger in the Black Lives Matter.
You know why, bro?
Because there are a lot of different Black Lives Matter movements going on, and it's almost kind of become synonymous.
There's also a Black trans.
There's all kinds of stuff. So I mean, then the notion itself and the message, 100%, Black Lives Matter. But there is a fine line because there are some of these ones that aren't necessarily they're not really working for the black man, the black woman. They're not working for the black people, but more of these other agendas that are veiled under this Black Lives Matter facade. So
it's an umbrella term.
It's you got just if anybody walks away being woke by anything after this, is know that there are different factions of that for sure.
That's facts.
What I think too, I don't think this would have happened if Nick Cannon actually owned, because you say we have freedom of speech, right? But I feel like we have freedom of speech if we own our own shit. That wouldn't happen. Him getting fired and getting he got fired with the quickness. You know what I mean? Over this, and it's how can somebody get fired with the quickness for bringing up views that weren't really hateful versus like cops being fired with killing people.
I think
Because his owner is Jewish.
When they own their shit.
Exactly.
Because his owner is Jewish. I bet.
Yeah. Who owns Viacom? Who owns Viacom? Who owns
they
CBS?
own all Hollywood. They own everything. That's what Farrakhan was telling us, you know.
It's crazy.
Well, I mean, like,
I mean, you should be able. What I hate is this immediate need and notion to back talk everything you say, and people never care to think about intent.
Yeah.
And I'm not even just talking about Nick Cannon or Deshaun Jackson. Anybody, any crime, not even crime, like anybody. Anytime somebody steps one foot a little bit out, or people. There's too much responsibility now on the deliverer of the message to make everybody understand what you're trying to say. Now, right. I get it. We have to be responsible with what we say. But at the same time, you've got to understand we're human. We don't word things perfectly. We're consuming things in tweets that are 240 characters now. Social media, little snippets of things. We're not consuming the full story. So people are so quick to say, oh, I got this one little tidbit. You're out of here, guy. And it's like
cancel culture, and I hate it, bro. I hate the cancel culture. Like, I really do. I was gonna ask you guys a question. Do you feel like what Drew Brees said was worse than what Nick Cannon said?
Was it worse?
It was,
yeah. I don't feel like we talked about Drew Brees too, and like how we feel like. I mean, I can't speak for everybody. Chance, I think you were saying that we both felt like that kind of got blown over, like a little bit more.
That was blown out of proportion.
He's
Drew
like,
Brees was
robot, just
he was
speaking without
literally
thinking, right?
being robotic. Yeah, he was speaking without thinking because he was speaking from like terms of what he was told to say back when fucking press conferences and shit like that was going on. You know what I'm saying? With Nick Cannon, like he was just speaking what was on his mind. Now, for the fact that him losing his job or whatever, or being fired from Viacom and shit like that, I mean,
isn't it crazy how
up, but like,
is that all under the same umbrella?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, well, Viacom owns like MTV, BET, everything like that. You know what I'm saying? CBS, Viacom, CBS. Like, I actually have stock in them or whatever. That's how I know that they're a part of CBS. But like, dude, like, okay. Back to the freedom of speech thing. Like, why? How does he lose his job over just saying some shit that no one knows is a fact or not? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't hateful what he said. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like fuck all Jews or anything like that. All he said was,
which is why I don't
like,
think anti-Semitic.
It's a fine line between that shit, man. Like that, like it goes to the cancel culture shit. Like, it's fucked up that motherfuckers lose like what they're doing, like because of what they say. You know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, people say fucked up shit, and like, but when it's taken out of context, like.
People misword shit all the time. Like, that doesn't mean
they do it. People get upset. Nick Cannon didn't say anything wrong.
No, exactly.
In my opinion.
Yeah, me too.
He didn't say anything wrong.
Right.
Honestly, I think people hate Farrakhan.
Yeah, no, Gary, you said it. The reason why he got fired is because Jewish people own that shit. Anytime you bring up any Jews and like Farrakhan, that's like a trigger word for them, Farrakhan. So that's why.
Facebook tried to ban him. I don't even think like Farrakhan's even like allowed on Instagram. Like, so yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny how they just hate that man so much.
Or it's like him and Alex Jones. They call him like the two conspiracy theorists.
Yo, it's funny because like I don't know when someone like Farrakhan and someone like Alex Jones speak. Sometimes I think like people like really they kind of hate the truth. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because like guys like that, they say shit like that, and like it may sound crazy to us because we're told that it's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like, oh, they're conspiracy theorists, but they're kind of
like they could, they're just speaking their mind. Yeah. Like I mean, isn't that what like that's our first? You know what I'm saying? Isn't that what we have the right to do? Why do people like why do they lose the bag for that shit? You know what I'm saying? That's what's fucked up about it.
Yeah, and once again, like Deshaun Jackson.
What is Deshaun Jackson? What happened with that?
So Deshaun said the same thing that Nick Cannon said, but the only thing is he was annotating from a book that.
Farrakhan.
Yeah, but I think Hitler made the comments.
No. So basically, he was quoting from a Farrakhan book. Hitler did make the comments about it.
Yeah.
He put it in his book, and so like people felt like he was being anti-Semitic too, and like he got shitted on by the whole ownership, the Eagles, and
yeah, he even got.
You know what I mean? Like
supposedly he was disciplined too. I don't know what discipline he had,
but yeah, so it was a lot of shit. But the whole point I'm making is that's another thing. Somebody Jewish probably has their hand in something as far as like owning it. So anytime you bring up Farrakhan, back to my whole point, it's an issue. That was the issue. And Farrakhan's not saying he wants to kill Jewish people. I hate Jewish people. He didn't say none of that, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't understand. Like, how can you be anti-Semitic if you're not saying you want to kill somebody or like fuck them and like they're lesser than? None of that was said like at all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and not just that, but like people have to understand the definition of like racism. I mean, that falls under the Semitic umbrella. It's like it doesn't make sense. It's like I don't get how any of that was hate speech in a sense.
It's weird.
There's nothing like calling them out of their name or just like Jockey said, lesser than. There was nothing belittling anybody. Right. It was more just like, hey, like I love my people, and this is like our history.
I'll tell you guys why. I'll tell you guys why. It's because of the atrocities of the Holocaust. Like what? Like because that happened in modern time, and it was recorded. We saw it. You know what I'm saying? That it was that type of shit. Like they like the people of Jewish faith or whatever. Like 6 million of them were like eradicated for no fucking reason. Just for being
that was
Jewish,
horrible.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it was whether it's religious or ethnic, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's
racist. But because it was so modern, is why it's like it happened. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, well, like fuck, that's fucked up that it happened to those people. Like it can't, we can't say or even like tiptoe that line for that, you know what I'm saying? Like whether like how the the Nick Cannon shit, you know what I'm saying? Like how he's saying like he was just speaking of the original Hebrews. He didn't say anything like that like Jewish people aren't Hebrews or all he said was black people are the original Hebrews or whatever. With that, but that affects them because like, oh, you can't say anything bad about Jewish people because of the Holocaust. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's because like they were killed and we saw it, for no reason. We saw that shit, like that's why. But it happens every day and people act like they don't see it for other like groups of people. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's black people, whether it's fucking undocumented immigrants, whether it's, fucking black people in South Africa, apartheid, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit goes on all around the fucking world. Right. But like it just wasn't to the effect of, we have it on record that 6 million people were killed. You know what I'm saying? In a 5-year period. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. How do you feel about it?
That's why.
Mike, how do you feel about this stuff that's happening?
No, I mean, I already said my piece. I think people are too quick to judge. People don't look at the intent, what you're trying to say.
Yeah, or not even that. Yeah, just like you said, literally the message. Like, if you just look at if you look at what he said, like nothing about it was anti-Semitic. So I'm just I'm mind blown.
And going to that, it's kind of like what shit is on track for people of like, say like the black community or the LGBT community. Like if you say anything, like remotely, well, it doesn't happen for these people, you know what I'm saying? Like for these groups. But if you say anything remotely, like disregarding or something insensitive about those groups of people, like it gets brung up. But then there's all type of rhetoric like, okay, well, well, that person was a criminal, or they, did this and they did that. It's never anything like, oh, there's just like some wall up, and you just shouldn't say that because, and like I don't know, man. It's just weird, like how this shit is happening, and like real talk, this is kind of a fucked up topic. I really don't even want to talk about this shit anymore.
But yeah, so
All
that's our
it.
take on that.
That's everything. It's everything we had on the docket. We also had Wayfair, but that's
what happened with Wayfair one time? Just a quick take.
Huh?
What happened with Wayfair?
No, that's not a quick take. That'll be next episode.
That's just
All right, so subscribe, Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube. Check us out on social media, on Twitter or Instagram at the Rep Network, Facebook at Repertoire TPN, and of course, check us out on therep.network. Website will have all the links where you need to go to check us out. Make sure you stay tuned. Don't at me. Over and out. See you.
Peace out, guys.